And that means only one of us is going to be able to sign into that account. Now we're streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, you can search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and watch us from the Kern Radio studios.
The timing of the video was really good too.
Was it what?
Yeah, it started right when you said now.
Now we're streaming live on YouTube. I'm not starting all over. Ward 3 City Council got all their paperwork. Catherine Halling's paperwork is in. She is certified. Juan Carlos J.C. Lamas got his paperwork in. He is certified. Pedro Navarez, he has got his paperwork in. He is certified. This is, again, for Ward 3, Bakersfield City Council. Now, they have until either Wednesday or Friday to get it all turned in. Cassie Biddle got her paperwork turned in. And this is, I should say, as of last Friday at 5 p.m. I haven't gotten an update today. I'll check again during the break to make sure. But the only additions should come now for Ward 3. The other people that still have paperwork out have yet to turn them in. Regina Velasquez, who I, through different sources, people telling me, and reading the Kern County candidate list for other offices up for election, Miss Regina Velasquez, at least she's on the candidate list for Board of Education. And as we know, because of Vince Fong, you can't run for two offices at the same time. Or maybe you can at least have your name on there twice. But if she turned in her paperwork to be on the Board of Education, I would assume that the SEIU and the unions that back her have decided that even though this is a highly contested race and we could probably squeeze by if they all take votes from each other, we'll probably have a better chance at beating Mary Little in the Board of Education vote than we do at this one. So they've taken their sand toys into another election, or at least so I've been told. Now, the new name on the list just got his paperwork taken out. This guy told me months ago he was planning on running for city council. He had made the announcement. He had continued to, he had the website. He had all the stuff put out, but I hadn't seen his name for the paperwork. And I was like, well, maybe he changed his mind. Maybe somebody talked to him. Maybe somebody said, hey, dude, you have potential, but maybe not just this time. And I hate doing that because I always hate telling people you got to wait your turn when you shouldn't. If you think you're going to run and you want to run, then nothing should stop you, or nobody should stop you from doing that. And apparently this gentleman hasn't. Mr. Seth Hewitt has also pulled paperwork for Ward 3 City Council. He needs to fill that out, get his signatures turned back in, and get those verified. But right now, as it sits, we have 3 certified candidates for Ward 3. 1 waiting for the verification of signatures. 2 others with paperwork still out. 1, I'm told, will not be turning theirs back in. We'll continue to check on that seat, Ward 3, as the week progresses and the deadline for that city council seat comes to a close. Now, the other city council seats up for re-election, Wards 1, 4, and 7, the deadline for that closed last Friday. And from what I could tell, and again, this was updated Friday at 4:41 p.m., there should be no new names added to this. We'll jump into Ward 1. Eric Arias, who is the current city councilman, is running for re-election, does have his paperwork turned in, and has his signatures have been verified. So he is a certified candidate, as well as his opponent, Mercy Pena, who is a member of the Greenfield Union School District Board. Just got on that board recently, too, if I'm not mistaken, within the last year or two, but decided she has decided she wants to challenge Mr. Arias for his Ward 1 seat. Now, the interesting thing about Ward 1 is you don't need very many votes to win that election. History has shown and stats have shown in past elections, not very many people vote in Ward 1. You can very easily win it with 1,000 votes, maybe 1,100 votes. So it doesn't take much, but I'm at least happy to see that Eric has an opponent, which means he's going to have to debate. He's going to have to answer questions. He's going to have to prove to the voters that he deserves to stay in that seat. Now, Ward 4 also has just the two opponents, the incumbent, Bob Smith, or as I shouldn't say we just call him, his Instagram handle, Bicycle Bob, is running for re-election. He is going to be going up against Ryan Crowell. He is the president out at Jet Petroleum, I believe it's called. They are based out at the airport where they deal with hangar rentals, jet fuel cells, different things like that. He's been doing that for the last couple of years. He's a family man as well. Decides he wants to run against Bob Smith. I say, go, Ryan, go. I've already come up with his campaign slogan. Anything's better than Bob. Just keep it simple, Ryan. It's not going to take much. Anything's better than Bob. Matter of fact, what also you could do, this would be really, really cool, really interesting to look at. If you want to do that, Mr. Crowell, maybe I'll just do it here myself and not even put it on the candidate to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and bring up Bob Smith and his family's financial worth and see how much that has grown since he's been on the city council. And then we're going to juxtapose that against the finances of the city of Bakersfield. And who's been doing a little bit better over the last decade that Bob's been sitting there? The city of Bakersfield or Mr. Bob Smith? You can go ahead and guess. But just to be fair, we'll go ahead and maybe take a look into that. And then we have Ward 7. And running for re-election, even though she just tried to run for state senate and failed miserably. And even though, in my opinion, hasn't really accomplished anything on the city council, but I still want a seat here, even though I tried to leave, I still want a seat here, Miss Manpreet Kaur. She does have an opponent. I was worried on Friday because Angie Valdez hadn't turned in her paperwork as of Friday morning or Thursday evening. She did apparently get it in on Friday. Angie Valdez turned in her paperwork, just waiting for the verification of signatures. So we'll watch that over the next day or two to make sure those get all cleared and over the hurdles. And Angie Valdez looks like she is going to be an opponent against Manpreet Kaur for Ward 7. That is the makeup of what November shall look like for the city of Bakersfield. When we come back from break, I'll tell you why it's so important, how it could change the trajectory of our city. Because what the current city council is talking about, well, maybe we'll hear from some of them. Plus, there's also, they did a review for the city manager last week in closed session. I'll tell you what, some things have become public out of that. We'll talk a little sports. The NFL inducted their Hall of Fame class of 2026, I guess. And the WNBA has multiple problems. Besides, it's just terrible basketball. They've got other things to worry about as well. And it's Monday, so me and Mike at the movies. talk some entertainment with our man, Mike Armendariz. If you want to chime in at any time, feel free to do so. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. You can jump in the chat on YouTube as well. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio.
What's up, you guys? This is my current loot from this morning. I got 2 giant rubber duck squishies. These are the rainbow versions. Yes, they're ducks, Chris. I had to get 2. Ducks need friends. You can't just have one duck. Can't just have one duck. You got to have duck. You got to get 2 ducks because the duck's got to have a friend. The duck's got to have a friend. The duck's got to have a friend. This is the Target. I got this dumpling from Target. It's the dumpling. Yeah, it's the same brand, RMS, but it's the dumpling. It's the what is this? Confetti one. So if you find the confetti, the ultra rare confetti. Obviously, I haven't opened. Yeah, she got a glitter one yesterday. Yeah, we opened it up. Made a whole video, so I'm gonna cut it up probably tonight or something and post it for her. No? The rubber duckies.
Ernie would be going ape shit right now.
Oh man. Louis was in deep trouble.
We're gonna take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're gonna take your paycheck.
Louis found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me, they calm me down, they make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louis has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louis.
If you owe the IRS, don't let alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Central Valley, that means local service, including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community, looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Are you looking for a hospital that truly cares for your health and well-being? At Good Samaritan Hospital, they provide high-quality medical detox, psychiatric services, and medical and surgical care. They accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal, Medicare, and Kern Family. They offer Kern County's longest-standing inpatient detox program with dual diagnosis that combines medical care and withdrawal management all under one roof. Learn more at Good Samaritan Hospital or 661-215-7500.
Yay.
Good Samaritan Hospital.
See if we can get Chris to pay the Fugees today.
JR Show.
On Woodstock 96.1 at AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Danger Zone. Top Gun every time. You think of Top Gun every time you hear this song? If you're born in the 80s, probably. 90s. What is this, 90s? What?
Yes, no, 100% you think Top Gun. But I was about to say, if you watch the show Archer, it's also a.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch it that much. I know Scott's a big fan of
I
Archer.
love it. It's so good.
Did he get you into it?
It was really good.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great adult cartoon, I guess.
Again, FX for a while there
Oh,
was
yeah.
falling off, and then they get these random shows.
Yeah,
that
every once
just
in a while.
keep them alive for a couple years,
Yeah.
and Archer was one of those shows.
Archer was one. I saw a couple episodes. It was pretty good. But no, I think of Top Gun every time. Every time. Highway to the Danger Zone. Top Gun. Fires over the weekend shut down the Grapevine. Did you see that? What was that on Friday? I think just as we were getting out of here, one started, and then again on Saturday, a totally separate one started and shut down the Grapevine in both directions for a while. On what? Friday it was closed a little bit. Then again on Saturday morning it was closed, and Saturday afternoon I was almost headed down there. I was almost, because I was supposed to. Remember, I was searching for cooler weather. I didn't get out of town this weekend, but I did find cooler weather in other people's air conditioning. So that always
Smart.
that always works well. But a bunch of fires going on. Just, are we ever going to figure out what the hell? Who? I mean, just every weekend it seems another fire.
Stop flicking your cigarettes out of the car when you're driving to LA.
It's crazy. And somebody got hit this morning on 24th Street. I'll give you the details of what took place and how that kind of relates to the city council and things that they spoke about last Wednesday, and what Zach Bashir-Tash had to say about their priorities and how that all relates to this coming November and changing the leadership of this city. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
He forgot to turn on his mic.
Powerful 7.
Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
I'm Rob Archer. Bakersfield now has to find a new site for a public safety radio tower planned for Southwest Bakersfield. The city council voted 5-2 to block the proposed location near homes and Ronald Reagan Elementary School. Police and fire officials say the tower is still needed to improve radio coverage for emergency crews. One alternative could delay the project by 1 to 2 years and add up to $1.5 million. The Bakersfield Condors are hiring for game day jobs. Openings include mascot assistant, t-shirt cannon operator, ice crew, merchandise sales, and an in-game host. Kern County cooling centers are open until 8 tonight as the extreme heat warning continues. Temperatures should start dropping tomorrow, but still hot with a high around 104, 105. I'm Rob Archer in the Kern newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Did you know termites can silently feast on your home for 3 to 4 years before you see any damage? They can literally eat a bedroom wall in less than 2 years, causing major structural damage to your biggest investment. Don't wait for the evidence to appear. Ryan's Termite is running an early bird special. If you know or even suspect that you have termites, get on Ryan's schedule now for an additional 10% off our already lowest price. All work is guaranteed. There's no money down and no contracts. Plus, in most cases, you won't even have to move or tent your house. Protect your home and save. Call Ryan's today. That's Ryan's Termite Control.com.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
So CSUB former coach and graduate Kevin Mays was sentenced 4 years for human trafficking, having kiddie porn, weapons, methamphetamine, and with time served and time for good behavior, he'll be out by next summer. Thank you, Monty Hall, a.k.a. Cynthia Zimmer. Let's make a deal.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning.
Then you don't see, or you didn't hear during the first commercial break, that I introduced my newest addition to my squishy collection.
Yeah,
Look,
27 last week was not enough.
27 wasn't enough, Chris. I had to add three more.
Three more.
And there's more coming because I'm hooked. Look, I'm hooked. I knew I was hooked over the weekend when I went out a couple more times with my daughter to go see if we could just find something, like just randomly, like, let's just stop by. We're in the neighborhood. But it was really bad when I went this morning by myself because she's with her mom. But that doesn't mean that the trucks don't show up at Target, and that doesn't mean that there isn't a possibility that there could be some squishies there. It just means that I can't get the extra ones because it's limit 2 per person, and that means I can't get 4. I can only get 2. And when I say I mean she. And so I went this morning to the Target on Rosedale, and you have to go to customer service. If you don't go to customer service, you're not going to find them on the shelf because it's like the deodorant aisle at Walmart. They have to keep them locked up or people will go crazy over them apparently. And so I walked in and there was nobody in line at the guest services counter, and I could see in the basket behind them where they usually keep the squishy allotment for the day. She had these on the counter. I said, "Oh, you guys got the ducks?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "Is that it? Nothing else today? No Neatos, no dumplings, nothing?" And she's like, "No, that was it." She's like, "I didn't even think I was getting that. They said that we didn't have any, and then they brought those up." I was like, "All right, cool." So I got me 2 squishy ducks, giant squishy ducks. If you guys are looking online, and people are already asking for them, Chris. I've introduced these ducks 20 minutes ago. I've already got somebody in the chat on YouTube saying, "I need those ducks."
That's all.
I had somebody else hit me up over the weekend. "Hey, JR, what day do you go to Five Below for your dumplings?" And I'm like, well, I really don't want to give up my secrets.
Well, it's too late now. You're sitting here on the radio talking about it. Now
But
you have to tell everybody.
but if you'll save me a spot in line, I'll be more than happy to. And that person was like, "Yes, I will, because my daughter's birthday is on Thursday, and if I don't have a dumpling for her, it's going to be the worst birthday ever." I'm like, man, why you gotta play the daughter birthday card?
See, but here's the thing.
How I'm gonna ruin some little kid's birthday if I don't find a dumpling.
I can appreciate that everybody wants to be the good parent. I can really appreciate that. I really can.
Not to buy 27 dumplings, not 27 squishy toys is a lot.
Come on, man. But my point being, because your daughter doesn't have one thing, the entire birthday is ruined.
Yeah.
Every other piece of work and effort that you guys are going to put into that day doesn't mean anything.
Does not matter.
Unless you don't have that kid's priorities straight. I'm sorry, you don't.
You don't have to. Don't buy the balloons. Doesn't matter what kind of birthday cake it is. If there's not a squishy, and one particular squishy, not just any squishy, Chris. It can't just be, and you can't just go, "Well, I want the rubber ducky." Because then if you show up with the blue duck and you're like, "But I wanted that cool looking multicolored duck."
I get that.
And then the multicolored ducks they're not all identical, Chris. My 2 ducks are different.
I get that part. But my point being this, when I acted out in such a way when I was a child, when I didn't get the toy I desperately wanted for Christmas, and I, got upset or something, my parents would get absolutely pissed.
Oh, I
and
throw all
would be reprimanded for it.
Yeah, I throw all the toys away. I just be like, cool, then none of these matter, and I just throw them all
So
away.
why are we not doing that now?
I do. My daughter's grateful.
No, I'm not saying your
Yeah,
daughter.
but the other ones, I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else's kids. But she made me feel bad, and I'm like, man. So then I go to the one Target. All they have is the ducks, right? So
Right.
I get the ducks. How has this show become all about squishies? And then I go, well, because I'm on Rosedale and Callaway, and there's another Target right down the road. Let me just go to the Callaway and Stockdale Target real fast because I got time. So I run in there, and they said they have the ducks as well. And I'm like, well, I already got the duck. Do you guys got anything else? And then he showed me the dumplings. And so I found the Target exclusive confetti dumpling. Yes, they're exclusive to Target, Chris. See? And now Walmart's gotten in on the game too. And I'm sure they're going to have their own edition that I'll have to go to Walmart for now. Everybody's getting in on the game.
It's just the new Pop doll, man.
I bought, and at that Target, it's only one per person. So I could only get one dumpling, which made me feel bad because then I'm sitting there holding this dumpling going, man, that lady hit me up and all she wants is a dumpling for her daughter's birthday. And here I am standing holding one unopened dumpling, having just watched my daughter over the weekend open up 15 of these things. She did find a glitter one, which she went berserk over. Go if you could find my social media, my Instagram or my Facebook, I put up a story of her opening one of the dumplings, and after opening 15, it was almost like it was serendipity, Chris. We sat here and recorded opening every single one. Sometimes there was duplicates. Now she's got 2 blue ones. I'm like, cool, we can give them away to the cousins, whatever. She's like, yeah, I'm good with that. The very last one she decides to open, and it ends up being a glitter dumpling. Now, for those that don't know, the glitter dumpling it's not ultra rare, but it's rare. They're not easy to find, the glitter dumpling. And so when you find one, it's a big deal. And my daughter fell out of her chair, ran down the hall, and came back screaming and yelling. It's on social media if you want to watch it. But now I have another one. So I'll surprise her tomorrow with these. And tomorrow's Tuesday, Chris. I'll be at 5 Below in the morning, if anybody's wondering. Gonna have to skip that promotions meeting tomorrow. Got more important fish to fry.
There's a video I need to find to show you. One of my favorite influencers who kind of went down the same craze as you. He picks them up for his kids, and then now just got super into it and like bought a ton of them. And then his little niece comes over, who's like 9, 10, but you could tell she's way too smart for her own good. And asked the uncle, "Can I have one of these?" He's like, "No, these are all my squishies. You cannot have one." And she looked at him and said, "You are a grown man with kids' toys."
Yes, I am. And
exactly what he said.
And exactly, I have them, you don't. So what?
I was more shocked that he told the little girl no. I'm sure off the camera he probably was like, "Yeah, go ahead for it."
I would have said, "Heck no, kid. Heck no. Not only no, but heck no. Don't even touch them. Keep your grimy hands off my squishies." So if you, I don't know, maybe I'll start like a TikTok shop and I'll just sell these damn things. I'm going to have a house full of squishies, Chris. And then we're at the mall this weekend. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did go inside the mall. It was back to school shopping weekend. It wasn't too bad. But they have the like somebody said, they have the people in the middle that are selling these things. They're not the real one. They're just like their dumplings didn't have wrappings on them. You can see inside of them already. I'm like, somebody already opened that one. I can see what's in there. Why would, if it doesn't say like Squeezy brand? See, that's the brand that you want to get. Squeezy and RMS. Those are the two. If it's not those, it doesn't even matter. Just like this whole segment, didn't even matter.
Sponsorship on the way.
Doesn't even matter. What does matter is somebody got killed this morning on 24th Street. A man was, I believe they said it was a man, but we'll just say a pedestrian. I don't believe they've identified the person at this time, but pedestrian was struck this morning on 24th Street, just on the bridge crossing the river. They did succumb to their injuries. Now, police are saying that the person was struck multiple times by multiple cars, in which some didn't stop. Now, we don't know the details of what took place this morning. I hate to jump to conclusions or make assumptions. But at 5:30 in the morning, somebody getting hit by a car, not just once, but multiple times, is crazy. Now, we can't say that person was in a crosswalk because I don't know. We can't say if they were walking in the middle of traffic because I don't know. I do know that happens. I do know that happens on more of an occurrence than some people would like to admit or act like it happens. I told you about how I was putting gas last weekend, and some guy mad at me because I told him to knock it off as he's yelling at cars, crosses 24th Street as oncoming traffic is going. Just going, whatever, they'll stop for me. And so, again, I don't know what took place this morning. Why somebody was in a position to be struck by multiple vehicles, why the vehicles failed to stop. 5:30, it's still dark out. I'm not up that early. Is it still dark out, Chris? Do you know if it's still dark about 5:30 in the morning?
I honestly haven't been up that early enough to tell you.
He's like, I don't get up that early anymore either. The hell do you think?
You know what? No, it's not.
I don't think
I do get up at 6 and it's still pretty dark.
Still, the sun's barely coming up, yeah?
I'd say it's still pretty dark.
So I imagine it's dark at 5:30 in the morning. But it just... I go back to last week's meeting when we were discussing how the city is trying to make the streets safer and make pedestrian safety a priority. And while I believe that is important, I believe, like other members of the city council, that there's other ways to do that besides reducing lanes. Hell, didn't we just widen 24th Street not too long ago? What are we going to go back and cut that down to 2 lanes again?
God, please no.
I mean, that would be the solution. That would be the solution of all these people that are on the city council going, we need traffic calming measures in place. We need to take away lanes and add buffer lanes and bike lanes and buffering between cars and pedestrians and cars and bikes. That's the only solution to do this. That's literally what the city councilman said. You can guess which one. His name starts with a B and ends with an ob. It's probably, no, I doubt he's riding a bike. He used to ride a funky bike too. It wasn't just one of your regular bikes. It was like
those lay down ones.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still riding it, but he was for a while. Hell, I think he walks now from his kids' condos, him and his kid, all the condos they built downtown. I don't even know if he lives in his ward. He walks from the city council meetings somewhere. I imagine not home. All right. I hope not, because your word's not very close there, sir. But we just went from widening 24th Street. Somebody gets killed on it, and then you're going to say, well, we should probably slow it down there a little bit more, even though it's, heck, as you come over Oak Street on 24th Street and start to get into downtown, I think the speed limit there is 35 already. And then going out the other way as you're going west on 24th Street towards Rosedale, right at Oak, or I think it's 40 going the opposite direction. They want you to slow down as you're coming into downtown, and it's okay to go a little bit faster on the way out, apparently. But what are you going to do? Go and say, well, maybe we should take a lane out there and, get people to slow down right there. That's not always the solution, because we don't know if that's always what the cause of the accidents are. We'll go ahead and take a break right here on the other side. I had clipped some audio from last week's meeting. Zach Bashir-Tash was talking about this very thing, and I think he made some solid points. So I'll go and let him say that. And then Bicycle Bob spoke after that. So we'll hear from him as well on this very issue, as another pedestrian is killed in the city of Bakersfield, this time down on 24th Street, 5:30 in the morning, struck by multiple vehicles, some which failed to stop. If you guys want to chime in, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Then we'll talk with Mike Armendariz, as it's me and Mike at the movies on a Monday. Can Spider-Man remain dominant? We'll find out. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Collins.
What's up, YouTube? What up? Sorry, Mary, we fixed it. We got it. What's up, JR Show? Good afternoon, YouTube land. What's up, Mr. Orr? How's it going, brother? Mary, you need these ducks? Mary, you need the ducks? Mary, I got 2 of them. Mary, if you need a duck, Mary, I'm going to hook you up, Mary. If you really need a duck, Mary, I got you. Okay? What the duck is going on here? D-Boy, don't act like you don't know what's going on here. D-Boy, you need a duck too? Look at, I got the, D-Boy, I got the confetti dumpling from Target this morning too. And that's the other thing. People pay ridiculous amounts for these things. Like in the middle of the mall, and those little carts in the middle, or at the like gas station or something. If you see these things, or even some of the little novelty shops or whatever, some places will charge you like $10-15 for this thing. I was in San Francisco, and some of the shops out there, they wanted like $15 for this duck. At Target, $6. $6. The dumpling, $5. Other places will charge you $10-15 for these things. That's why you got to get them from the proper places, because if not, you're going to overpay and probably get a knockoff. We don't mess with knockoffs here. Let's see. Pokemon cards next, JR. I thought about it, Chris Orr. I really did, because they had some the other day when I was at Five Below, and I really thought about it. I was like, ooh, should I get them? Should I get them? I know people go crazy for these. Drove past the fire on the 14 on Saturday. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Oh, you had to take the 14 to go around? Is that what you did? Archer is a great show. Yes. J.R. Brando went around 5 hours to get to... Wow, 5 hours to get to Long Beach. See, I'm glad I didn't go. Glad I didn't end up going. I would have been mad in traffic. What's up, Eddie Gonzalez? D-Boy, you're right. This initials are BS. That's funny. I'm going to use that one from now on. That's funny. Let me know if you need any more squishies, man. So are these the new squishies like Beanie Babies? Yes. And Cabbage Patch Kids? Yes. And Pokemon? Yes. Except Pokemon's outlived them all. Garbage Pail Kids or Cabbage Patch Kids. Remember Garbage Pail Kids? The stickers? Those are pretty cool. But yeah, Beanie Babies have died. Cabbage Patch Kids, they're kind of dead too. Pokemon cards never went away. Never went away. Tickle Me Elmo, just a fad. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. Just look up Kern Radio and streaming live on YouTube. Watch us from the Kern Radio Studios. Studios powered by Adaptive Network, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638 for your IT needs. We're talking about the pedestrian that was struck and killed this morning on 24th Street about 5:30 a.m. It shut down 24th Street till about 9 a.m. or so in both directions. Multiple vehicles struck the individual, and from at least the news and what investigators are saying, some of those people didn't stop. Then we got into the whole discussion about safer streets and pedestrians, bicycles, and for me, it's about responsibility and each individual's responsibility of the rules of the road. And we see everybody. And look, I'm not just going to sit here and blame bikes and be like, well, there's bike people that don't do this, and you see them riding all over the street and yeah. But you can say the same thing about cars and people driving distracted and cell phones and pushing buttons on the dial or whatever. Realizing that, oh crap, the JR Show is on, and you're switching the dial to this show, and you're not looking up at the thing and eating, all kinds of things distracted drivers. So look, I'm not sitting here going, oh, well, it's just the pedestrian's fault, because yes, they are also responsible for, I mean, when we did away with jaywalking and basically told people they can cross the street whenever they want, didn't that just make it completely dangerous for people? Instead of telling people, hey, let's learn how to properly cross the street. Let's learn how to use crosswalks. Let's learn how to cross at the corners. Let's learn how to go left, right, left. That's how you're supposed to cross. Left, right, left. Traffic is usually always coming from the left first. So you look left, then right, then left again. And then, as I've taught my daughter, as you continue across the street, just keep your head on a swivel. Just keep looking left and right. Make sure ain't no cars coming. Each party is responsible for their willingness to follow the rules. And to automatically just go, oh, we're just going to change the streets. So we got to narrow the lanes and take away lanes and add more bike lanes and give buffering zones and paint more green paint down on the roadway. So everybody's confused about, well, do I cross over the green here? Do I not cross over the green here? Can I turn? When I turn, am I allowed to go over that line? Am I not allowed to go over that line? I'm so confused. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. You said we have a phone call, sir?
We do.
Who do you got?
Chad.
Chad, you're on the JR Show. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, what's going on, JR?
Not much.
Just wanted to chime in a little bit, man. I think the big, huge problem is people have lost the other sense of common decency.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everybody, all they care about is themselves, right? And I got to make it here on time. Like, I mean, who the hell wouldn't stop if they hit somebody?
I mean, how do you, because I mean, it's 5:30, it's dark. If you hit somebody, do you think you would not notice, Chad? Like if you were driving down the road and you heard a ba-doom, like, wouldn't you go, what was that?
Yeah, you're going to know. I mean, it's not, but again, it kind of relates back to that whole common decency thing. And then when I was waiting through the break, I heard Scott talk about the bikes, right? And the kids on the bikes.
Yeah.
Those kids need an ass whooping, man. Oh. I'm telling you, when I was a kid growing up, if you got caught doing that, you get your ass whooped by that adult, and then they tell your parents you get your ass whooped again.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, if I whoop some kid's ass and then they go tell their parents, instead of their parents getting mad at them, their parent wants to come fight me.
Oh yeah, but I had somebody snap a pitch because turned around and chased the kids down.
Good job.
I was pissed.
I would too.
I rolled the window down. I was, politely telling him how dangerous that was. No, I wasn't. I was yelling and screaming. and some Karen took a picture of my license plate. The cops were at my house in 10 minutes.
Shut up.
No, I'm serious as a heart attack.
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God.
Dude, I was like, dude, and I mean, the only thing that really kept me out of trouble was I was on phone with the police department telling them what I'd done and what was going on.
Yeah, how these kids were riding unsafe and causing problems.
So it's freaking ridiculous, man. And it's so sad because I grew up in a time where I remember when Ming Stein, that area right there, that was a great middle class neighborhood.
Yeah.
Now it's not so much.
Yeah.
And you get all the people. I see trash strung all over the place, and homeless people. And I get there is some mental illness there, but also there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of the crap they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, criminals living on the streets, Chad.
It's bad, dude. It's really bad.
It's bad. It's sad, man. It's sad. I grew up in a It is. I grew up in a time when kids had respect. I knew respect. I knew, like you said, if I acted out of line, that some other adult figure had authority to put it down on me.
Right.
Kids don't know that these days. Kids are like, oh, you can't touch me. My daughter knows that if she screws up, I tell every one of her teachers at the beginning of the year, if you need to smack her upside the back of her head, you have permission.
Well, my kid went to the school your kid goes to, and when I told him they had capital punishment there, he's like, "What's that?" That means you're gonna get your ass whooped by the teacher or the principal.
I signed the paper. It says they could pull out a ruler and put it to your backside every day if they need to.
Yes, sir.
That's all right, Chad. Thanks for calling in, brother. Appreciate you chiming in, man.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, you have a good one. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Just a different time, a different era is all. Got to get to a break. On the other side, it's me and Mike at the movies. Mike Armandaris breaking down some entertainment. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. There's been another recall by Taylor Farms.
Taylor Fresh Foods, the parent company of Taylor Farms, is voluntarily recalling more products that include jalapenos because of worries about a possible salmonella contamination. Weeks after recalling iceberg lettuce, a grower in Sinaloa, Mexico, a supplier to Host Citrus Distributors, was identified as a potential source of the new salmonella outbreak. Taylor says they are no longer sourcing products from that farmer. The list of recalled products was distributed by Taylor Farms in multiple states with a best if used by date up to August 16, 2026. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Overnight Russian strikes on Ukraine and Kyiv attacks on the Tatarstan region of Russia.
At least 10 people have been injured as a result of a Russian overnight attack in Sumy, the State Emergency Service of Ukraine reported on Monday. According to local authorities, hits are reported at 3 locations, with multi-story and private residential buildings, vehicles, and non-residential premises damaged. Meanwhile, a Ukrainian drone attack on Monday on a Russian city has killed around 12 people and wounded dozens. Authorities in the Tatarstan region say Ukraine has targeted Russian oil facilities with long-range drones almost daily in recent months. The barrage causing fuel shortages in Russia, eating into Russian refining capacity and unsettling the Russian public. I'm Charles Philadelphia.
A powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake has struck western Colombia, killing at least 111 people and damaging hundreds of buildings. The quake hit the remote Chocó region on Monday. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 61 points, the Nasdaq dropping 85, with the S&P 500 lower by 4, oil near $82 a barrel. More at townhall.com.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month. including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
A deadly crash on 24th Street. I'm Rob Archer. A man was hit by several vehicles near 24th and Oak early this morning. Police say some of the drivers did not stop. The man died at the scene. Westbound 24th was closed for several hours while officers investigated, but the road reopened. Police are asking anyone who saw what happened to get in touch. The worst of the heat should finally start easing tomorrow. Bakersfield could still reach around 108 to 110 today, and an extreme heat warning stays in effect until 8 tonight. Kern County cooling centers are open until 8. Free rides can be had by calling 211. Tomorrow it should be a few degrees cooler, relatively, with highs dropping closer to 104 or 105. By Thursday, forecasters expect highs back in the 90s. Firefighters are working the Antelope Fire near Highway 46 along the Kern and San Luis Obispo County line. The fire burned more than 2,400 acres over the weekend. Crews stopped its forward progress and containment's growing. The cause is still under investigation. A 76-year-old Palmdale man died after his car went into a canal near Arvin over the weekend. The Highway Patrol says the man was driving on property near Bear Mountain Boulevard and Rockpile Road. When he made a sharp turn and went into the canal, he was the only one in the car. Bakersfield has to find a new site for a public safety radio tower. The council voted 5-2 to block the proposed location near Holmes and Ronald Reagan Elementary School. Police and fire officials say the tower is still needed. And the Bakersfield Condors are hiring for game day jobs before the new season, including mascot assistant, ice crew, merchandise sales, t-shirt cannon operator, and in-game host. I'm Rob Archer in the Kern Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Is anything in it? That's what I'm going to ask you. Is anything going to come? Is anything coming to knock it off? To knock it out?
Not yet. Not for a couple of things next week, maybe.
Please.
Flores, turn this up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show. From Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex, here is your host, JR.
Welcome back. It's the second hour of the program. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us anywhere you go. Plus, you can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X, and streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, just search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and watch us from the Kern Radio studios. The studios powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It is Adaptive Networks. And this is Me and Mike at the movies.
Classic movie sound, the echo.
I tried to make it the booming effect, you know what I mean? Me and Mike at the movies.
You need to get Adaptive to do Atmos microphones in here so people can listen in surround sound at home on YouTube.
Yeah.
You guys heard it. Make
Work
more
on
money.
that. Then we'll go in and every viewer will install like a shaker on their chair. Every time we move, they move.
And then you don't even need to install like the water stuff. Everyone has water hoses.
Yeah.
Get their kids to spray them anytime I stutter. Come on, you can't laugh. We're gonna make some money on this.
I'm telling you, that's how you do it right here. Do you like my squishies, Mike? Are you
no? Sorry.
But you got to get in squishies, Mike.
like I said earlier, they're sort of like this year's Labubu's. They're going to be money spent and money in the trash in a year.
No, you gotta get it while the getting's good, Mike. You ever heard that statement?
I've heard that, but I'm not the one benefiting off that.
I know. I've got people, dude. We came on the air and I showed these things. Within 10 minutes, somebody was like, "I need one."
That's crazy.
And I'm like, 300 times my profit right there.
When you start going to a Shell station downtown, for example, and they have a rack of these, like it's reached saturation point, and it's like, all right, it is.
But those ones aren't. You don't want to get those ones, Mike.
Oh, tell me more.
It's like the fake Labubu. You don't want the knockoffs.
I don't want any of them.
Well,
they smell.
There's that. This one doesn't smell bad.
I got a friend of mine, I was mentioning it earlier, I got a friend of mine went at Comic-Con because they had a Hello Kitty dumpling, one for every character. And the one that
Did you not get me, Mike?
This was 2 weeks ago. I didn't know you were going to jump into this fad.
Okay.
But it was like a limited edition one where it had gold, and like the gold was spray paint on it, and it smelled like a mixture of oil and spray paint. And it's like, thanks. I love the premium I got with that.
Yeah, that's not safe for my kid to play with. I'm not going to open that one up. Do you see a lot of kids with these at the theater?
I see a lot of employees with them at the theater. That's what's frustrating.
Well, you guys hire kids, though. There's a lot of teenagers that work around there.
No, I know. And that's the thing. Like I was saying, like fidget spinners, I could understand.
It's not like some 46-year-old guy at a radio station or anything.
Who's that? We're all in our mid-30s. No, but I mean, I don't know. If it brings you joy, take it. Who cares? I spend so much money on comic books every week that I can't really complain.
Yeah, who are you to talk about?
No, exactly. But I mean, I used to be able to justify it. I used to be like, well, at least I'm reading, and it's like, yeah, you're reading about Batman punching a monster. Like, no, to each their own. Have fun with it.
Pow.
Exactly.
That's what you're reading. Speaking of comic books and all the such, Spider-Man, still the big movie.
Spider-Man's still holding on, only a 60% drop from its first weekend. Its first weekend made a massive amount of money, over $300 million. This weekend it made 140, I think it was. I can't remember the exact figure, but stayed on.
Only
yeah,
100.
only.
Some films are like, if we only could do that as a run. These guys did it in their second week.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's still breaking records. If you look it up, if it interests you at all, like it interests me because it's part of the business. Right. But I mean, it's like bragging rights now at this point when like you're like, my superhero did this, but like it's the fastest domestic movie that's going to hit $1 billion. It made, I think, almost 500 million domestically in its first week. It's crazy. It is making a lot of money, and people are talking about and wondering why Spider-Man of all things resonates so much with kids. And I think it has to do
after this many of them too, Mike.
This is the ninth one.
Exactly.
Yeah, the ninth live action one. Not even counting the cartoons. Yeah, third Spider-Man. It's crazy, and I think it is because I think we mentioned a few weeks ago where like there's a like pre-K cartoon on Disney Plus, so kids get in early on this, and Spider-Man is just
gotta get them hooked early, Mike.
Exactly. Let's see some of these squishy Spider-Man. Oh, that does
pump
feel
that
like
heroin right into the veins.
But I mean, it's good. Everyone knows Spider-Man, and he's a good kid. I think that's what I liked most about these latest three is that they had him be young. He was like 16 in the movies. The Tobey Maguire one's the Andrew Garfield one. He was already college age, so it's cool seeing this one. And Tom Holland looks the same. He's been playing him for 10 years. From like
it's the same costume, Mike. Still Spider-Man costume. It doesn't change. He doesn't.
No, it does. Have you seen this one yet?
I haven't.
It's weird because this one's more.
I've only seen the first one.
Shut up.
The very first Tobey Maguire one.
That's all you've seen.
That's it.
Oh my goodness. You got to catch up.
Let's do a marathon.
You have them all on Disney Plus. You've bragged about that before.
I do.
Every time we go to a break, you're like, "You want to come over and watch them on Disney Plus?" I'm like, "Okay,
No, I gotta go back to work." No.
He's like, "Really? Come on.
Go on. I'll show you my squishy collection. I got the new butter, the big butter one. I do. I got a pickle one too. It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. But no, I think especially within the last 10 years, you think of the last when you think of the last 10 years of movies, you had both a really like dark Superman and a light Superman, and a dark Batman, and we're another dark Batman. Spider-Man is consistently cheerful and good for parents and good for families. So I think that's what it is. Like we've had 10 consistent years of this good wholehearted, or I don't even know what you call it, but just this nice kid doing superhero stuff. Like that's gold for box office today.
And apparently it is, because
$340 million first week. That's insane. Like some movies don't even make that at all.
Is there anything on the horizon that is going to knock it out?
I don't know. It's weird. So this week we talked about it. This week we have Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, and kids like Paw Patrol. Kids like dinosaurs. So now it's the Paw Patrol kids going to a dinosaur planet to, uphold the law, I guess.
Okay.
And then also more dinosaurs. The End of Oak Street also comes out this week, where a neighborhood gets transported back to Paleolithic times and has to deal with dinosaurs eating their entire neighborhood.
I remember it. It's you were telling us about this. It's the Flintstones meets Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
Yes.
Actually, I would say it's the Brady Bunch, because I think it's like 70 set. I stopped watching the previews because I didn't want to get anything scary for me or spoiled. But it's like 70 set. It's Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor and their 3 kids. They get transported. Their entire neighborhood gets transported back to dinosaur times and just have to survive.
And is it 4 kids then? Because
it looks pretty grisly. I think it's not going to be too graphic, but I think it's going to be a hard PG-13, if not an R. I didn't even look up the rating today. But I mean, people like dinosaurs. Jurassic World, the what was that? The 7th one last year. That made a ton of money. They're making a sequel to that one that's coming out in a year and a half. So
wait, how do you make a sequel to a part 7?
You just
isn't that just part 8?
You could I'm sure you could have thrown Jurassic World onto End of Oak Street and it would have made billions more.
Jurassic World, the End of Oak Street.
Jurassic World, the street.
The street.
But no, I mean, like I said, people love dinosaurs. I was surprised last year at how much it made. The busiest weekend I've ever had in a movie theater before this weekend was when we had The Incredibles 2 and Jurassic World 2. That was an insane weekend. We had just opened the Delano Theater, and it was a horrible weekend, but a good weekend for business.
I haven't seen anything past Jurassic Park 2.
3
was 3 New York?
No, 3 was the one where they went back to the island.
2 was New York.
2 was San Diego.
San Diego.
2 was the island in San Diego. 3 was the island by itself that had a really cool scene where it was sort of like Jaws-ish, where they're on a boat, and that got me. That was claustrophobic because it was in a cage in a boat that's sinking during a storm and a dinosaur chasing you. That was crazy. Then the reboots, or not the reboots, but the Jurassic World movies happened, and that was on the island, same as the first one. The second one was where they were on mainland because people were bringing dinosaurs and auctioning off dinosaurs, and then the third one was back on the island and half on mainland. You asked. And then this last one was back to the island, but it was a different island, and we were trying to get the DNA so that we could cure diseases. They've gone in some crazy places. The one place they haven't gone, I see your face, but as outlandish as those all sound, the original idea for Jurassic Park 3 was going to be that the government was co-opting the dinosaurs to make them soldiers in war zones. So they were going to be raptors with guns mounted on them, and they were going to be training raptors to be soldiers. And that thankfully never happened. But the way that these things are going, who knows if this one or the next one is going to be that story.
Why do we do this to movies series? Why can't we just
money like we just said?
I guess
it's awful. It's great, but it's awful sometimes.
Well, because even with Spider-Man, this is a reboot, reset,
kinda. I mean, it's
with
not
the new, but
watch yourself though. Yeah, we can't really talk about it. There's nothing we can really
say.
There's a couple things that happen in it that are pretty cool, and I think maybe
spoiler alert.
Maybe after 2 weeks, it's worth being able to say online.
If you haven't watched it yet, if this movie's already almost made $500 million, Mike, and there's people listening to us that haven't seen this movie like myself, we're not rushing out to go and see it.
Well, that's the thing. If you talking about that,
spoil it. I don't care.
I'm sure we could talk to a lot of people in this building on the air that haven't seen the movie, and it still has made this much money. Imagine if it was a movie that everybody went to.
Go
it
see?
Would be even huger.
Because not everybody's into comic books. Not everybody's into Marvel and Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Avatar movies, people say that people aren't into those. Those still make a ton of money.
Never watched any one of them.
Oh man,
haven't watched a single one of them.
After this, we should go back to your house and
we'll go back and
all
watch
3 Avatars. I got 2 days to burn.
And then we'll start up the Spider-Mans after that. And by that time, the next Spider-Man and Avatar will be coming out, Mark.
But that's the thing. I'm so surprised. I don't know. everyone still talks about how the box office is having this historic downturn, and it's really not, especially after the last 2 weeks. We mentioned it last week. We are now at this point measured against 2025. We're over $1 billion up from then.
Wow.
The business is on an upswing. When two movies like The Odyssey and Spider-Man make this much money, it shows that not only can big movies still make a lot of money, movies like Obsession, movies like Backrooms, they can still make a lot of money as well. Those were made for $750,000 each. I think the other one was like $2 million, but still, the return on investment is great. Movie theaters are on an upswing back from when we were at our lowest that year in 2020, where theaters were just closed for the most part for a year and a half. So it's good to see that people are still coming back out to the theaters. You see a lot of young kids coming back out to the theaters that haven't, gone to the movies really in their lifetime, and now they're experiencing this, and it's just the job of all the theaters to make sure that we're giving them a welcoming and fun experience.
I know what can bring more kids into the theaters, Mike.
Is it in your hands right now?
Valves of squishy.
What if we made, instead of like the recliners, we switched out recliners for giant squishy seats, and you just sank into them?
Dude, if you guys put out like a squishy popcorn,
ew,
not to eat, but like as just a thing like this that's shaped like a popcorn.
I wonder how that would work.
Dude, I should have brought you my hot dog. Dude, I have a
yes,
squishy.
You should have brought me
I should have brought you the squishy hot dog to show you.
A sentence you've never said to me
you could sell those squishy hot dogs in the theaters. Kids would go nuts.
Yeah, but we'd rather sell food. We want to make sure people are nourished.
No, we don't.
It's candy and soda.
it's all high sugar. Processed food. Yeah, we care about the kids, Mike. Yeah.
All of them.
Don't give them those toxic squishies. Eat the popcorn, kid.
Have this high fructose.
See that butter over there? How it just pours out of the thing like a fountain?
See that butter topping? Buttery topping. You can't say it's butter.
It's not butter.
It's buttery topping.
Buttery topping that we have pouring out of the fountain over there. You just push the button and just don't.
Yeah, that's why you don't read
Put your mouth
ingredients
on
when
it.
you go places. Any restaurant, never read ingredients.
Dude, ice cream isn't ice cream.
I know.
You know that?
I was reading about like what push-ups were made of and the disappearance of Flintstone push-up pops.
You can't call them ice cream.
No.
It's a frozen dessert.
It's illegal.
Or it has to contain, I think it's a certain percentage of milk to be considered ice cream.
Yeah, I think that's something what I was reading last night too. Something about like sherbet and what that is and how that exists. It's I don't care. As long as it tastes good and doesn't kill me.
I went to a yogurt shop yesterday. It did not taste good. I walked in and the place smelled like rotten milk already, and I was like,
"Oh!" And you stayed.
And I stayed. and then we got we tried the exclusive Toy Story blueberry blast flavor, and I think that was where the rotten smell was coming from.
Ooh,
And
is this a long Toy Story that sucks joke?
No. And then I told the kid behind the counter, "Dude, this isn't well." And he's like, let me go check in the back. And he goes in the back and he comes back out. The expiration date is fine on it.
Like, see, then you're good.
Do you know that other things can cause stuff to expire besides the date, right? I don't know, maybe refrigeration.
If we're going to talk about like drinks and like food and food taste, have you ever gone to Taco Bell and sort of had a Pepsi that sort of tastes lettucey?
No.
There's sometimes when they serve me a Pepsi that it has like, I can only describe it as like a sort of off green taste, if green has a taste. And it's only like 1 in 1,000 of the times I go to like a fast food place and I'm just like, yeah, I shouldn't be drinking this.
No, you shouldn't. No. Don't get Taco Bell lettuce either.
The best thing, of course not.
Apparently the jalapenos are the next thing recalled. Just a heads up. Yep.
I just had jalapenos on my sandwich from Moo.
Well, we'll talk to Mike in about a couple of months. As we go to a break. On the other side, we failed to mention what else is going to bring people to my daughter wants to go to the movies this weekend, Mike.
I would take her to Paw Patrol, the Dino movie.
Nope, there's something else coming out this week. You have failed to mention.
Okay, I will burn my brain right now, if that's a term. What is coming out this week? Okay, let's see.
Let's see if Mike can pass the test. He's got about 2 minutes to figure it out. You guys want to chime in? Feel free to do so. You can ask Mike questions. I'm not telling you he's got the answers. You can still ask him questions.
Ask me anything you want.
Ask him anything you want.
I'll give you a blank stare.
661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. He's cheating. He's looking it up. What's coming out this weekend? We'll find out together. On the other side, it's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till the last mic drop.
Dr. Sam Woggood, transfer to the University of California at San Francisco, was asked, can only women get pregnant? And that was asked by Representative Mary Miller. You know what? He couldn't answer it. That's what I'm talking about, because everybody listening to me right now knows that only women can get pregnant.
Is it like a documentary or is it?
Weekdays 9 to noon, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
I'm Mary Madeline, owner of Madeline Toyota Lift. For over a decade, Adaptive Networks has been our trusted IT partner. Ryan and his team are responsive, reliable, and always there when we need them. They keep our business running smoothly so we can keep Kern County moving. We count on Adaptive 24/7.
And that's why you need Adaptive Networks. The knowledgeable folks at Adaptive Networks don't just provide simple and stable environments, they also protect your business from cyber threats with advanced security solutions that stop phishing scams, malware, and hackers before they reach you. Their AI-driven threat detection and real-time monitoring ensure that your data stays safe, secure, and always online. So while cyber criminals are working overtime, your business stays one step ahead. Protect your business before it's too late. Call Adaptive Networks today, 241-0638, or visit adaptive-net.com. Better IT means better business.
Are you looking for a hospital that truly cares for your health and well-being? At Good Samaritan Hospital, they provide high-quality medical detox, psychiatric services, and medical and surgical care. They accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal, Medicare, and Kern Family. They offer Kern County's longest-standing inpatient detox program with dual diagnosis that combines medical care and withdrawal management all under one roof. Learn more at GoodSamaritanHospital.com or call 661-215-7500. Good Samaritan Hospital. They care for their community.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KRN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show, starring Mike Armendariz.
We changed the title.
Me and Mike at the movies. Welcome back. Did you figure out what comes out, Mike? No, you had no clue.
I didn't have any clue.
Stumped him.
You did.
One, you're not a teenage girl, so
Not
I
anymore.
wouldn't expect you to be a fan of this group.
Who knows?
It's a music documentary about the girl group Cat's Eye. Everybody is doing the same thing you just did, Mike. Who?
You could play me 5 songs. And
Iconic by Mistake. Gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, that's one of my favorite songs now.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. Unfortunately, that's the thing. We've had.
I should have told Chris to play it on the way back in. That's what I should have done.
No, we got the Spider-Man thing coming back in. We've gotten really snuck up upon by like K-pop groups and like documentaries and concerts where like they sell out. They have a huge presence here in town, and
Right.
you wouldn't have any idea.
No idea.
It's crazy.
Because what Billie Eilish did one earlier this year.
Billie
I thought.
Eilish did one in 3D that was earlier this year. Katy Perry has one coming in a couple weeks. I don't think that like it has much music in it, but Billie Eilish's was a full concert like that Taylor
right.
Swift one. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there, and there's a market for it. So hopefully, like more bands do something like this,
Yeah,
and not something.
It's a documentary. I don't know if it's how the group was put together because you know these groups. It's like NSYNC. They didn't know each other. They weren't a band.
They
it
were
was
store bought.
Exactly.
But
People,
what they turned into, I don't mind it in sync.
dude, I'm telling you, check out Cat's Eye.
No, I don't have that much time left on this earth.
God. I'll send you a song now just because.
I'll look it up. Hard nose you've gotten from me.
I know he doesn't want my squishies.
Hard no.
Doesn't want my squishies. He doesn't want anything, man.
You have to, as you get to your mid to late 30s, you have to start deciding like what you're going to be spending your time on. And I'm not going to be spending it on Cat's Eye or
And
Squishies.
squishy hunting.
I'm going to be spending it on Batman comics that I forget I didn't put in my order and wake up at 6 in the morning in a panic to email the comic book shop being like, here's my list.
Did you get it? Did you get it? Is it too late? Am I too late?
Theoretically, I'm sure someone did that today.
You're like me showing up at Target. Do you have anything left?
Have you talked about Pokemon cards and how crazy things are in town with those?
Dude, I almost bought some.
You missed it.
When I was at Five Below Squishy shopping, they had Pokemon cards in the back.
There are
behind the
people
counter.
every Wednesday, I think it was Wednesdays, where Target would release like Pokemon cards.
Yep.
And people would line up the night before because they're not playing it. They're there to scalp it and make money off of it. But I saw some videos that Target's policy now is to like razor blade off the plastic seals so that there's not that worth anymore because you can't prove that you have sealed products. So Target's doing their part, getting rid of like the scalping market by making
can't
sure
do that.
They sure can.
Heck no, once I buy it, you can't touch it.
No, they're doing it before you buy it. They're just putting them out with the seals cracked. And more power to them. I hate this artificial scarcity stuff. Can you imagine if restaurants were like that?
Yeah, they should be. Like, hey, we only got 3 of the steaks tonight. You guys better hurry up and
You
get
guys
in
better
here.
line up for a day. You can't go make your own steak. I don't know. It's bad.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's just it's the same thing almost with concert tickets. Right?
Concert tickets are even worse.
Oh, yeah.
I hate going to concerts.
I hate trying to get tickets for concerts because it's nearly impossible, and then you got to buy them second market.
No, and it's not even second market. Ticketmaster has those platinum tickets where it's their own secondary market, where it's like, oh, these tickets are selling fast, and we're jacking up these prices to twice the price. It's awful.
It's insane.
My favorite band has this thing where they've always tried to combat like ticket scalpers and stuff like that. And if I wasn't a part of their fan club and got access to tickets, I could not afford to go see them. I get tickets to their shows for $140. And you see like there's a Foo Fighters concert coming up at the Hollywood Bowl. You talk about like how great this show was for $30 they did. I can't get a ticket for less than $600 for this.
You know what I'm going to do right now, Mike?
What's that?
I'm going on your website and I'm buying all the tickets for Doom at all showings on all screens. And then I'm just going to go and make my own like movie StubHub.
You know what? More power to you.
And resell
I'll
them.
support you and I'll give you tips on how to do it. Cut me in on that. I'll get some cash on that.
You're supposed to say no, Mike. That's illegal.
Now I'm going to. No, it's not. Who said? I didn't hear anything about that at the city council meeting.
Nothing today.
Right back with the criminal-minded Mike Armendariz. It's me and Mike at the movies. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back. I'm surprised nobody's done that, dude. I was gonna say.
With us
probably the Odyssey 70
meters in Washington, a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake has struck western Colombia, killing at least 111 people and damaging hundreds of buildings. President Abelardo de la Espriella declared an emergency to expedite funding for recovery. Quake hit the remote Choco region on Monday and was felt as far as Bogota.
Had reached the level
President Trump has signed an executive order that calls for spacing out childhood vaccines into separate medical visits and splitting the combined measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine into 3 different shots. Trump has long suspected that the number of timings of vaccines could play a role in autism spectrum disorder. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 61 points, the NASDAQ dropped 85. More details at SRNnews.com.
Because they know that people are going to...
Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
Does that do this?
I'm Rob Archer. There was a deadly crash on 24th Street. A man was hit by several vehicles near 24th and Oak early this morning. Police say some of the drivers did not stop. The man died at the scene. Officers are asking anyone who saw what happened to get in touch. The worst of the heat should finally start easing tomorrow. Bakersfield could still reach well into the triple digits, maybe up to 110 this afternoon. And the extreme heat warning stays in effect until 8 tonight. Cooling centers are open until 8. And if you need a free ride, call 211. Tomorrow should be a few degrees cooler with highs dropping closer to 104 or 105. Firefighters are working the Antelope Fire near Highway 46. Forward progress has been stopped and containment is growing. I'm Rob Archer in the Kern newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
And I felt it as I go.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. It's Monday, one of the hardest days of the week. No, not because it's return to work, because I have to wait so long just to be able to get into the stockyard. You don't know what the stockyard is? It's at 2525 F Street. It's a little speakeasy whiskey bar right next to Casey's Steakhouse from the folks that brought you Casey's Steakhouse. Knock on the door, ring the doorbell. They're going to ask you what's the password. Tell them why not JR. Be prepared to be transported through time. You're going to go back to the Prohibition era. There's all kinds of little secret doorways to go through. You're going to love this place. Maybe you're going out on a date with your significant other, trying to get a quiet evening in. This is the perfect place to do that. Not only can you get specialty cocktail drinks, but you can also get some of the food and appetizers from Casey's Steakhouse. Maybe you want some steak bites. Maybe you want a shrimp cocktail. They can get that for you. All at the Stockyard Whiskey Bar Speakeasy, 2525 F Street. Stop in, ring the doorbell. When they ask the password, tell them, why not JR? It's the Stockyard, 2525 F Street. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Tuesday edition of the First Look program, we'll have the latest on this what no confidence business with our city manager. What's that all about? We'll talk water with Lois Haley from SJBwater.org. Best in the business. We got news, we got traffic, we got weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Oh my God, this song's so lit.
Do this shit?
Baby, like, gang.
Gang, 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 gang. That's my part right there, too. Gang, 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 gang.
Wait, I love this song.
You like this?
No. Oh my God. You know the dance moves too?
Hottie, hottie.
Honestly, just sounds like K-pop Demon Hunter. Yeah.
Don't
look at me like
that. They be trying to copy. I'm the
Cat's Eye, you say, huh?
Cat's Eye.
Wonderful.
Watch out this weekend.
Yeah, I sure will.
I mean, there's going to be a bunch of teenage girls just running through the theater.
That never happens anymore.
Well,
it's all teenage boys watching Spider-Man.
No, not this weekend, Mike. Cat's Eye.
We'll see. I think a lot of people, it's going to be little kids seeing Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, and a lot of teenagers going to see the End of Oak Street. Dinosaurs. Eating a neighborhood.
Anything else good on the far horizon that we should look towards?
You had asked earlier if you think any movies are, if I think any movies are going to knock Spider-Man off the throne. I think there's a chance next week the new Insidious movie comes out. People really like horror movies and people really gravitate towards that and The Conjuring. So there's a chance that one might make some money. I think it's not going to be until like mid-September. Practical Magic 2, the sequel to the Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock movie, comes out. They're coming back. That one could be the next #1 movie, but who knows? Right now, it's still full steam ahead with Spider-Man and the Odyssey.
Yeah, and we were joking in the break because as we went to break, I was jokingly saying, I'm just going to go snatch up all the Spider-Man movie tickets. And you're like, in the break, Mike's like, but they were really doing that for the Odyssey down south. Like people were snatching up the 70 millimeters. And I was like, where do you even resell them? StubHub. Mm-hmm. StubHub will resell anything, basically.
Yeah. StubHub, eBay had some. It was awful because, like, for the Odyssey, they put tickets on sale an entire year in advance. They put them on sale last July for the very first showtime, and you got like a commemorative like flyer and your ticket and everything. People bought those and sold them like crazy. It is a nuts thing when it comes to niche stuff like that on like IMAX and on film.
That's insane.
It's crazy. And the next one is going to be Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday coming out December 18th.
And tickets for that are already on sale.
Tickets for both of those are already on sale. It's a lucrative business if you can get in on it. And it's one of those things where as we're surviving this summer, we're talking today about what we're going to do with our seasonal hires. And I'm like, let's just keep them on. Like we're going to be stacked over the next couple of months. Horror movies do well here in town. Horror movies do well for Maya. The movie Other Mommy is coming out. I don't know if you've seen that trailer, but that one's really creepy.
It sounds creepy.
It's very creepy. So
Other Mommy.
The trailer starts where this little girl comes home and her mom is cooking her like lunch, and the daughter slowly realizes that it's not her mom, but it looks just like her. And the story is that there's this ghost in this child's bedroom that imitates her mom. And so she doesn't know when it's her mom or when it's the ghost, and it's like it starts escalating. It looks very creepy.
Yeah,
if you
that
haven't
sounds
seen
kind
it,
of creepy.
check out that trailer on Other Mommy online right now, based on a book called Things That Happened Around the House.
Nacho
I think.
Daddy.
Nacho Daddy. Yeah, that's it. It's the sequel. It's part 3 of Nacho Libre. So that's coming out this October.
I'm sorry, Mike.
It's fine. I could make up so much stuff on here. Imagine if you go home and you find out Other Mommy doesn't exist. Like I just made up this entire story.
Wow, that's going to be incredible. You can pitch that to Amazon.
Yeah, totally.
Right
You
now.
should go buy your tickets right now.
What's good on streaming and entertainment? Anything good there?
Oh man! So Lanterns start next week on HBO. HBO usually just has one big marquee show on Sundays. So House of the Dragon just finished its 3rd season last night. The Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, the Game of Thrones TV show ended last night. Next week is, speaking of superheroes, Lanterns. It's the Green Lantern TV show that'll be on HBO for the next few weeks on there. People are liking, if you like Big Bang Theory, HBO Max also has like a spin-off of that called Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. It's all the supporting cast from Big Bang Theory. And a lot of the main stars from the show popping up in cameos. It's this weird, it's very different from Big Bang Theory. It's like this weird sci-fi show. That's on there. I'm trying to think of what else was on. Cape Fear just ended on Apple TV, and then last week Ted Lasso season 4 started on Apple TV. Stephanie and I are finishing up season 2 of Sugar. It's a Colin Farrell show that's also on Apple TV. He plays this hard-boiled Los Angeles detective, modern-day Los Angeles detective. It's really like weird film noir stuff and goes into some really weird areas, but that one's pretty good. I can't think of anything else. Star Trek Strange New Worlds
is Apple on par with the rest of streaming platforms now?
Apple is so weird because
it seems like they've always kind of struggled or just didn't ever get up to the level of everybody else.
It's strange with them because not that many people watch their shows, and they're relatively cheaper compared to all the other streaming services, but the quality of stuff on there is so good. One of my favorite TV shows is a show called For All Mankind. Have you even heard of that?
Nope.
No one has, and that's what's crazy. It's one of the marquee shows on Apple TV where it's like a what if thing where for the moon landing, if the US hadn't gone to the moon first, if Russia did, what happened. So the whole show is about from the 60s on, each season is a decade talking, and it's illustrating like how America would have rallied and how great America and the workforce is, and the American spirit and what they did for having a defeat like that and how they rallied back from that. So that's like 5 seasons.
That's old
on
America
Apple
though,
TV.
Mike. New America, we would have just said, oh, well, we lost. Just walk away.
I didn't say that. What are you saying?
It's a different spirit from it was back then, Mike.
No, now it would be like, now instead of like it just being like get up and get them, it'd be like, how can we cheat to get it? Like I would, and I would do it too. I would want to get like to be number 1 again. Trust me, after the summer of films that we've had, anything to be number 1.
We could fake the moon landing.
We could fake the moon landing.
That would have been a great way to be number 1.
Everyone still says that we. Who cares if we did? I don't care. What harm is that? Like it gives kids something to aspire to. It's like how Top Gun, everyone talks about like, oh, it's just like propaganda to get people to be fighter pilots. It's like, okay, that's cool. I'd love to do that.
Did it work? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
People want to
It's a
complain
good
about
movie.
everything.
But yeah, to me, Apple did then, so they don't have the level of viewership like other.
Not
streaming
really,
platforms
no.
do.
But Apple has the same thing where it's like Amazon. They just throw money at stuff because they can afford it.
Amazon doesn't seem, because I have Amazon. It comes with Prime
Mm-hmm.
or my Amazon Prime account, so it comes with all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't find myself watching it very often.
They have quality stuff on there. There's 3 seasons. A 3rd season is about to start of their Lord of the Rings show. They have the Jack Reacher show, which is really good. Lots of stuff out there. There's too much stuff to keep up with in terms of what you're watching.
Talking about throwing money at things in Amazon, the only show that I did watch on there, Mr. Beast Games.
Really? How was that?
The Beast Games. They're great.
You know what? Now I can say that you just reminded me the new season of The Challenge has started on Paramount Plus, and I kind of really enjoyed that. Steph really enjoys that. I like more like competitive based games like Survivor and stuff, but she was telling me like get into this one this season, and they had some cool stuff on there.
Check out Beast Games. He puts people in some pretty like messed up situations where they have to decide between like doing something or losing, you know what I mean?
That veers a little too. I don't like Mr. Beast that much because it seems like a rich guy being like, "Hey, you want to eat a cockroach? I might give you $1 million if you do," and then like just that blank stare into the camera of like, Like, I don't know. He's not my guy.
But he got rich like
Good
later in
for
life.
him. I'm sure he's normal.
I'm sure now he's not, but at one point he might have been.
Yeah, he might have been. But when it turns into like, hey, do this crazy thing and I might give you some money, and I'm not into that.
He gives away a lot of money. He gave away like over $10 million on season 1.
But to reality stars who already had like more money than most like normal people have.
And not all of them were reality stars.
Who wasn't? Name 3.
I can't even name one person contestant on the thing. I don't know how to pay.
No, I don't know. I just recently got into
You're
Survivor.
talking about not reality, but streamers, fellow streamers.
Oh yeah, streamers are even worse.
Influencers.
Have you ever bumped into them at Disneyland and they just get in everybody's way and they get mad at you for just like walking by?
I don't think I've ever met an influencer.
I hope you never do.
No.
Yeah, it's there's just this level of artificialness that just I think just doesn't need to be there.
Well, I think
we're getting deep in this one.
I think there's a level of always. I think you create, and it's almost like I don't want to say this show or whatever, but you create a character, so to speak, and then you have to become that character in essence all the time, because everywhere you go, people recognize you, and now you have to always be that person from the video.
And I think that's where I take like it breaks for me. I don't want that level of artificialness. I just want like genuine stuff. And then when you see all these Disney streamers, they can't necessarily say anything bad about Disneyland because they don't want to not get invited to the next thing. And it's like, this is just a corrupt industry.
That's how I feel about the city.
I'm speaking truth now.
That's how I feel about the city, Mike, where they're like, oh, JR's nice. We'll invite him to all the things. And then they hear me criticize him, and then I don't get invited anymore.
Man, I've seen a different side of everything city related going to the city council meetings over the last 6 months. It's been very eye-opening.
So you're the one that's been going to the meetings.
I've seen you at a couple of them. It was packed last week.
Oh yeah, the last Wednesday one. That's where they were doing the Sanctuary City. Well, they weren't talking about Sanctuary City, but everybody else showed up to talk about Sanctuary City.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into trouble on that, but it's just like
you're
frustrating.
You rather talk about kids on bikes.
Let's talk about the kids on bikes.
What about the kids?
This was said at this week's city council meeting where it's like, yeah, at least the kids are out there doing something instead of being on their phones. It's like, no, I'm fine. If they're in the lanes, yeah, maybe they're in the way. When they start going against traffic, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
When they start riding into my lobby and knocking people down and like causing trouble, that's not kids just having fun. And it frustrates me that people are like,
I don't want to say, has that really happened?
I have video. I can show you. I can like compile everything we have.
Because a couple of weeks ago they were, I mean, it's not too far from you guys that they were at Bill Library.
I sourced that video, and apparently that video is like 2 years old.
Is
but still, because the problem I had with that is the one kid that sucker punches the librarian,
right?
Like Luke Skywalker looking kid. He did the same thing at my theater to our security guard. Walked up behind him, punched him in the back of the head, and I was like, man, that kid hasn't aged. Turns out it's because it's a 2-year-old video.
Wow.
But like we have videos. A lot of downtown businesses have videos, have this surveillance of these kids doing it. The police are so overworked that they can't get there when it's happening. And it's awful. One time out of like the 6 years I've been there, has a parent come to yell at me because she was like, you knocked my kid off his bike and we're going to get on you. And I was like, here's the video. He was in my lobby and I had to grab him and stop him from like knocking other people down. And then she turned and told him off and took him home and apologized. But it's like it's an uphill battle. Yeah, one parent out of 100.
I was gonna say you don't get that most of the time. Most of the time you get the original thing, and then they stand their ground on that and say, "Well, still, you didn't have a right to knock over my kid."
But that's the thing. Like with this, the kid, I don't want to say he was like he just didn't get how life worked, but he went home to tell his parents like, they knocked me off my bike. Didn't say anything about knock me off my bike because I was knocking people down inside a busy lobby at a movie theater.
Well, as I told Chad earlier, it's a different time. I knew back then that if I went home and said, hey, they knocked me off my bike, the first response I was going to get was, well, what'd you do?
What were you doing to make them do that?
Why would somebody do that? What were you doing for them to have to do that?
Yeah.
And parents don't do that anymore. Parents just automatically go, what? How dare they? Let's go down to that theater right now.
Yeah, let's go yell at them. And it's like, hey, here's video. Oh, I don't care. You should have had the doors locked. They're like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unfortunate.
So that's the thing. I'm glad I didn't get up and talk because it was such a busy meeting already, but I wanted to mention like we need like downtown businesses need help with this stuff. And people are turning a blind eye to it, but hopefully like word is getting out there, especially with these videos going around online.
Well, and then it starts to hit you guys because then it's like, okay, well now we have to hire security. Now we have to hire somebody that has to stand at the front door.
Or just imagine if you're a family and you're going to a movie, it's you and your wife and like a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old kid, and someone on a bike runs over your 4-year-old. You're never going back to that theater.
No,
you're never going back to that restaurant. So
never.
It's rough.
It is rough out there, but
not as rough as it is for people trying to get tickets to Cat's Eye this weekend.
Yeah, or standing in line at Five Below at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You did not do that.
Waiting for them to open because you want to get your hand on the dumpling.
You really did that?
No.
Okay.
I showed up at 9:30 when the doors opened, and I just jumped right in line. I'm not that crazy, Mike.
I'll teach you how to sneak into lines.
No, I know. Yeah, that's when
you're talking to the counterfeit king.
Yeah, the 8-year-old helps out with that, or the 9-year-old. Excuse me, excuse us, coming through.
Mister, can I get up now?
Yeah,
sir, you're 40. Wearing a little beanie with a propeller on.
I felt bad when I went this morning by myself. See, at least I felt like Mike Hopper sitting in a Marvel movie all by myself. You know what I mean?
Not nice.
Like
you've got to update that. As much as I love Hop, you let's let him have his happiness. Now you can say it's like Rick Bentley sitting there with his giant novelty popcorn bucket,
watching Moana or something. Where's your kid at? No kid. It's just a little weird. So when I showed up, see, it's not as bad when I take my daughter with me to buy these things, right? Because then it looks like, well, she's 9. Of course, dad's in line to get the squishies for the 9-year-old. But when I went to Target by myself this morning, Mike,
the looks,
and I go to customer service, and they say, "Can we help you, sir?" And I said, "Can I get one of those squishies?"
Wow, I'm so sorry for you. I would have brought you a drink if I knew you went through that today.
You should bring popcorn every week, Mike.
I'll bring popcorn next week. How's that?
With that, what did you call it?
Buttery topping.
Buttery topping.
Yeah.
Can't call it buttery topping.
Buttery topping.
Make sure you get that. I told you the trick, right? With the straw, how to get it to the bottom.
That's so gross. that is so horrific. With buttery topping.
What's up, Chris?
I got a couple texts for you guys.
All right, go ahead. Before we let Mike go, what do you got?
Let's see, Mike. Have you heard of the Dateline to Catch Predator movie starring Robert Pattinson? Oh yeah, that was so good.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's coming out in September. So Robert Pattinson's playing Chris Hansen. It looks so good. It's a documentary about just how out of control how to catch a predator went.
Yeah,
it's sort of, and it's interesting seeing this. There's a documentary on Paramount Plus called Predators. That's all about like the actors, how the actors that took part in those Datelines are like, we shouldn't have done that. We did a lot of bad stuff, and like it was shady what we did. And seeing the people in this trailer, it's like, oh, that's who that guy is playing. That's who that guy is playing. So if you want a primer, watch Predators on Paramount Plus before you go see Primetime, the movie coming out in September with Robert Pattinson.
That's out in September.
Yeah,
All
looking
right.
really good.
I'm going to check that out. What else you got?
And the second one just says, what's going on with Super Troopers 3? Super Troopers 3 came out last week. It didn't make that much money, but it's doing pretty well comparatively. That one, it's still going to be in theaters this weekend. It's a lot of people who, I never watched the second one, so a lot of people have told me it's better than the second one. And if you like the first Super Troopers, you'll like this one. Brian Cox is even back, so you would think he would stick his nose up at this, but pretty good if you liked that. And I think this weekend, if you like stupid comedies like that, I think at some theaters in town, the 20th.
I'm not sure that's the correct genre of there.
No,
Mike.
it is. It is stupid comedies. The 25th anniversary of Wet Hot American Summer is going to be in theaters starting this weekend. I don't know if it's playing anywhere locally, but that is a parody of like summer camp movies. Like it's like a parody of parody movies that you can normally see on Netflix. It had it on there, but it's coming back to theaters for its 25th anniversary this weekend.
So much to go see at the theaters. Make sure you get in there and stop at the concessions.
Heck yeah, get some buttery topping on your popcorn.
That buttery. It doesn't have to be just on your popcorn.
No,
Mike.
get it on your M&Ms.
Yeah.
Put it in your soda. Have you
it.
seen those TikTok kids dipping their hamburgers in Coke before they eat it, like French dip at McDonald's? Yeah, it's like they get a Coke and they get a quarter pounder and they dip it into the soda before they eat it. Kids are out of control. Why are we ruining food? We need to get rid of cameras on everything.
No, we need to get rid of kids.
No. We need to stop kids from being able to use electronics. I mean, ending the problem at the source sounds like too.
But then I won't have the money at my business.
That's true, Mike. That's true. That's true. Maybe we just need to train better parents. That's all.
So never have to worry about
You
a
said
Paw
it.
Patrol dinosaur movie again.
Oh, that's me and Mike at the movies happening every Monday. Thanks, Mike. I know you come in for the torture, but
I love it. Thank you so much for having me.
as always, we'll do it again next week, sir. Don't forget the popcorn, the buttery topping, please. Then maybe I'll also ask, have we talked about the most popular candy?
We can do that next
Theater
week.
candy?
I'll tell you what we got.
Pull up some stats on that, Mike. Let me know what you guys got cooking.
You
over
got
there.
it.
All that coming up next week with our man Mike Armendariz, me and Mike at the movies. When we come back today, we'll find out what we learned on the JR show, where you can find the latest squishy trend and the latest food trend and dipping burgers into sodas. Thanks for that, Mike. Always leave us something with something good. It's the JR show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN, The Ralph Bailey Show,
Instead of French
weekdays
dip?
at 3 p.m.
I don't care if leaders cheat on their wives. That's their own business. But with Newsom, this is a matter of judgment. Not only did he sleep with his best friend's wife, but it was his campaign manager, and she worked for him. This guy can't come anywhere near the White House.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Workdays work better with food, and not just any food, the good stuff. That's why there's Easy Cater, the workplace food platform where you can order from a huge variety of great restaurants for any group size, anytime, anywhere, all in one place. Whether it's gourmet deli trays for the client meeting, spicy noodles for the night shift, tacos for the weekend crew, or a big box of brownies to tell your team, thank you. Just use Easy Cater, one platform to feed them all and feed them well. Start an order at easycater.com.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil, one simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KRN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Want to thank Mike Armendariz for coming in, as he does every Monday, discussing all things in the theater and entertainment as well, and apparently the latest trends for eating, too. So thanks for that, Mike.
Just ew.
He'll be back next Monday, as, again, he always is here. 661-842-5376. Anything else on the text board before we get out of here for the day, sir? We are all...
No, I lied. Yes, no.
Oh, there is. He's liar.
I apologize.
No, you're good.
24th Street just drove by, almost hit two homeless people walking through the middle of the road.
Again, I'm not sure what the circumstances were that surrounding this morning's accidents on 24th Street. I just know that a pedestrian was hit in the roadway by multiple vehicles, some of those not stopping. That person died. I know there's been a lot of discussions at city council meetings about how we can go about making the road safer. A lot of people on that council, including Bob Smith, who rides a bike almost everywhere he goes, Manpreet Kaur, all want to do these. We're going to take away lanes. We're going to make buffer zones. We're going to bring these things down. We're going to put in speed bumps. We're going to put in roundabouts. We're going to do all kinds of sorts of things to make the street safer, except for actually educate people. I think that would be the biggest difference maker, is if we actually start to educate people. I didn't have time to play it, the audio of Zach Bashirtash commenting on the matter last Wednesday. But he basically, and this is me paraphrasing what he said. He didn't say this, but what I'm taking from it, you can't fix stupid. Look, there's criminals out there. And if you put a sign that says 35 miles per hour, the guy that's doing 80 miles per hour getting high ain't gonna make a difference if that sign said 35, 25, or 15.
Trust me, he knows it's 35.
He knows. You can't fix stupid. It doesn't matter if that's 2 lanes, 3 lanes, or 1 lane. If somebody is stupid, you can't fix that. You can't pass any sort of laws to make that thing not happen.
But to tell you to drive defensively.
Seriously, that's why we have to educate people. Got to get in here for today. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show. Mr. Bailey returns from vacation. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN. 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. A strong earthquake has hit the South American country of Colombia.
A powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake has struck western Colombia, shaking the South American nation and neighboring Ecuador, prompting people to evacuate homes and buildings. The epicenter was in San Jose del Palmar, about 250 miles west of Colombia's